We are off on a shakedown cruise and searching for anchorages in Annapolis. It is morning. You see our shed over there was empty. We stayed on anchor last night. We wanted to get a calm start to the morning, which means not untying from that dock and trying to get out of that skinny fixed slip. We are finding out how lucky we are that we have a little dog that has no problem peeing on the boat.
So I use a spreadsheet to keep track of all the things I'm supposed to do and the order they're supposed to be done in to get the boat moving. And I use it every time because I tend to forget stuff. What I'm doing here is moving the rudder lock to lock manually with the steering wheel there at the pilot house. At least it's indicating on the pilot or the autopilot where the rudder is located. And the next thing I'll do is also check the rudder movement with the jog lever, right lock to lock again, just to make sure that things are indicating that the rudder's moving when we would hope it would be moving. Check the spreadsheet again just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Go over, I think here I'm going to turn on the engine room blowers, keep the engine room cooler. Cools the engine room. Check the spreadsheet again. Ready to start the engine. Started the engine. Making sure the pressures are all coming up the way they should. Coming over here now, and I'm going to turn on the stabilizer system. Stabilizer display wakes up. Goes through a countdown and then center those, and then I poke my head out the port pilot house door to make sure that I've got water circulating through the stabilizer cooling system. And then I'll make a trip back down to the engine room and just kind of check everything, close things up. I generally leave some stuff open, like the stabilizer areas, so look at those one more time before and while things are running to make sure there's no leaks or anything else going on in the engine room that is not supposed to be happening before we raise the anchor. You kind of keep an eye behind us.
When Eric's bringing up the anchor, I usually keep a lookout to make sure we aren't drifting anywhere that we shouldn't be.
Oh. Yuck. And we are off. We're headed to Annapolis for a shakedown cruise, basically, to make sure everything's working and try to fix the things that aren't.
We are leaving Solomon's Island, where we've been working on our boat, and we are headed up to Annapolis.
Why did you pick Annapolis for this?
Oh, I kind of want to see. I mean, I worked last fall up there at the boat show, and I didn't like the drive, and I wouldn't mind working up there again, I guess, if I don't have to drive, but we'll see what it's like to be at anchor in Annapolis.
Okay.
It's Realm.
.57 over there. We looked at the weather last night, but we didn't look this morning, and it does show about 15 on our stern end. Maybe a little bit stern to port. Not bad, though. It will give us a chance to see if the navigation, if the autopilot's working well. The best part about getting up early for boating. Look at this sunrise. Did you plot the course?
Yep.
And how long is it going to take us?
Well, right now we're only doing 6 knots. It says 7 hours and 15 minutes. So.
Eric's out here dodging crab pots. There's quite a few of them. And it's not like they make them like bright colors, or maybe they fade over time, I don't know. But kind of tough to see. I like it when they put the flags on them. That helps. There goes another one. At least that one's got a flag on it. But why put a black flag? Here's some more up here. Not fun. I guess this is practice for Maine. Just one right after another. Yeah. There's some serious concentration going on in there. Eric's on his way down to do an engine room check. So I'm up here, but thank goodness. He says he hasn't been seeing the crab pots. Sailboat over there. Looks like another one over there. And then that big thing. I'm going to show you something else cool that we did. Last year, was it last year? No, the year before, when we were in Long Island Sound, all these black flies came out, but it was hotter than heck. And so we wanted the windows open, but we couldn't open them because of the flies. Well, check this out. When we had the surround thing put for this piece here is separate. So it worked well because you could keep this up and you can open up this window and this acts as a screen. But on the other side, it was the same thing. They took it all the way over to here. So the front piece went all the way over to here. So you either had to have the front piece on or you didn't have anything over this window. So we had just this one piece made so that if we didn't have the front sunshade up and we were traveling, we would still have this piece to cover this window so we could open up the window and we would be able to keep the flies out. So that's some forward thinking. How's that? There's that sailboat. Oh, he's got sails up now. We are making an effort to have me drive a little bit more so that I'm a little bit more independent up here. It's a pretty easy day now that we got around the crab pots. Let's hope it stays this way. This is where the AIS kind of helps you. As you can see, we were headed this way and the sailboat was headed this way. And it showed me that we were going to collide. So I had to go back and around. Oops. Touchscreen. So I had to go back and around him and then back on the course. I have to say, I would assume that I would notice that we were going to probably collide, but it's kind of nice to have it on the navigation screen too. We are coming into Annapolis. I think we came here once with James, but we stayed at a marina because there was a boat we were checking out. Check out that green marker. That thing's huge. So we thought about anchoring here, but we figure it's gonna be a little bouncy, so we'll see. I think he's gonna take us into the South Harbor, we'll see. I told him that Anchorage can't be worse than the Bahamas. Okay, there is a mooring ball field and we can't anchor there. For those that are interested, this would be what the mooring ball field looks like. Here I capture him once again in deep thought. They have a chart house here. I don't really see a place to anchor. Doesn't really look like this is an anchorage. Looks like we would be in the channel if we were here. Kind of looks like they decided to fill the anchorage with mooring balls.
Anchorage on the chart is now a mooring ball field. I looked it up online and it's the front 40 and it takes vessels up to 55 feet and it's $35 a night.
Looks like a group of school kids. I guess we're going right through the mooring ball field. I guess we're gonna go get Rolly. Well, that was a no-go. He didn't like the wind. We didn't want to go to a mooring ball, so we're gonna go try, I think, South River. And South River is back out and over that way somewhere.
We didn't find any great anchorages in Annapolis, and frankly, I think Eric wanted a calm anchorage to just relax. So we backtracked and went down South River.
We are coming into South River, and there's a lot of houses around here, but there's a whole bunch of anchorages back here. I think we're gonna go Aberdeen Creek first and see if that's okay. We are coming into Aberdeen Creek. Look at some of these houses. Crazy. There's one that looks like a barn. So South River, I guess, has all these little chutes off of it. There's quite a few anchorages if you go through the chutes, into the chutes, but we picked this one. Now that is a cute little house. That's the one I want with the dock. Then I realized it's not a house. That's the guest house or the boat house because the real house is over there. I am about small living. I much prefer it, but I like a good location. Wow. We're anchored and we're here. So this is where we're anchored. We came in through here and we're just off on this little tiny, I don't know if you'd even call it a creek because it's so small. It's just like an indent. I'm gonna go back to giving some details about our anchorages for those that are following just to get ideas of where to go in the future. We are at 7.9 feet of depth. We're just here in this little tiny place called Aberdeen Creek. And it's supposed to be good holding, and it's supposed to have good protection, all except for from southerly winds. And he's putting the bridle on. So my next thing is to get all my stuff out of here, because you know what he's going to do next? He's got to do his logbook, and none of my mess needs to be here. You kind of get into little habits, and basically Eric ends up going up there and doing the logbook, and I come down here and straighten up the salon and take care of the dishes that accumulated while we were moving. So it's just kind of what we do. So we're having a shrimp salad tonight. I do like my seafood. So I'm supposed to have lemon juice, but I don't. So I usually keep some of this lemon juice frozen. This is like a year old. I guess I'm just gonna rinse it off and stick it in there. Hope it's good. I like to keep some frozen lime juice and lemon juice and like the rind in the freezer in case I need it, because I forgot to pick it up at the grocery store. And a little dill. Okay, so it's a little mayonnaise, some Dijon mustard, lemon juice, and then I'm going to put in the dill, and then I stick in the cucumbers and the shrimp, which I have over here all cooked. And I'm supposed to put some little tiny corns in there, but I don't have any, so there's going to be none in there. The benefits of owning your boat: you get to hang out on your back deck in your boxers or whatever else you want to wear with your dog and have your own dinner cooking in there. Nice, huh?
Yeah, and I would tell you that there are, if these houses around here are any less than $1 million, I'd be surprised.
Oh, no way.
And I would be not surprised also to say that they're probably $15-20 million houses on this little bay. Yeah.
And we get to look at it.
Yeah. We didn't have to buy any property to be here.
And we get to move.
And we can leave tomorrow if we don't like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Don't like your neighbor, you leave.
Or the wind blows the wrong way, too hard, yep, you leave.
And this is how dinner turned out. Even put on a bed of lettuce. For anybody knowing me, they're going, wow, that's way too many vegetables for Kimberley, but we're trying. So it's good night. We have been anchored here for, it's been 2 days, 3 nights. We just kind of sat back and enjoyed, did a few things, but basically relaxed and caught our breath. We like to do that every so often, and sometimes at anchor is the best way to do it. The weather's been great. It's been warm, a couple times a little bit too hot, but not that bad. So it's been good, a good little anchorage. We are realizing though we need to get north because it's going to get hot down here. Chesapeake gets really hot. I would say that was a muddy bottom because it took them forever to get that anchor up. So that duck blind over there, it's even on the chart. Thought that was interesting. And off we go to explore. I guess we're gonna go down the river
and just see what's at the end of the river, and then look at other anchorages. This bridge at the end is 50 and 301. And the first bridge we went under was Solomon's Island Road. Eric says he had to cross that bridge every day to get to the Annapolis boat show, which he worked at. What do you think?
Pretty crowded, but it's pretty. There's some very nice houses along the river here. Some nice anchorages too, I suppose, if you want to be living in somebody's backyard, but that's okay.
I don't know what we expected when we came to the East Coast, but I guess we really didn't think about the population out here. So we'll see if Maine is any different. Where are we headed?
Annapolis Roads. I think we'll spend the night there, get up real early in the morning, and head back to Solomon's.
Okay. What's it supposed to be like out there?
No, I hope it's nicer than it was when we got here. We'll see.
We are just backtracking back up the South River and going back around the point and back into Annapolis.
Eric just said that's the biggest log he's seen on the whole East Coast. It's a pretty nice day out here. I guess the sailboats think that too. Eric's getting ready to go down and do engine room check and leaving me here. That would be fine, except for look at this. What the heck is going on out there? Look at all those sailboats. And then we've got the lone Nordhavn 55 out there. We think that's Sundance. Check it out. There's just tons of them. Wow, trying to outrun these sailboats is kind of tough. Especially if you're in a Nordhavn. Well, we're catching up to the 55. Our boat just goes a little bit faster. How's that keel cooler treating you?
My golly, we're able to outrun sailboats even. Dodging sailboats.
It was nice to be able to put on some gas.
Yes, it was.
Kind of weird. Well, we didn't quite catch up to them. Okay, so we're pulling in here. We're going to try this rolling anchorage. The Nordhavn 55 turned around and came back and anchored there, and we had a chance to get to know him. Nice night. Just kind of enjoying a book and a glass of wine out here. Anchor's up. It's early. Look at this gorgeous sunrise. Check that out. And we are off. We are headed back to Solomon's today. We did our Shakedown cruise. Still a little concerned about the navigation, so we'll be working through that. But other than that, the boat did really well. Thank you for watching.
Havaseas you next time.